Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron for Road to 56 mod here today on the channel. We're back on our Finland campaign. This is episode 6. In today's episode, we're going to be declaring war upon the Soviet Union, starting the Winter War, the Finnish-Russo War. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, and let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer. I'll put the Road to 56 mod in the description below, along with the mod pack I'm using. It's the 8th of June, 1943. It's nearly 1944, which is crazy. I've managed to skip a little bit ahead and assemble a huge army under the command of Finland. We have 300 divisions, 4,515 battalions in active duty. This army consists of, the Grand Finnish Army consists of 200 infantry, 43 motorized, 27 light tanks, 25 artillery / anti-tank units, and we've got some mountaineers. It's mostly made up of ethnic people we've conquered, mostly Nordic and Scandinavians, along with Germanic, Yugoslavian and French peoples. We've also got some divisions from this must be Free India, who is currently fighting with us. We've also got a lot of Colombian forces. Imagine going from all the way in South America to the frozen north of the Polish, Finland, Swedish border. We've also got some men from the Kingdom of Algeria, as we've gone around and puppeted a fair few factions now. Greenland bent the knee, the new Mughal Empire, Iceland, Saudi Arabia. Oh no, where are our puppets exactly? Here are our puppets. They're our allies, but we do have volunteers and stuff swelling my ranks, which will confuse me because they're not direct puppets, they're just a part of the allied fascist forces. Greenland, Kingdom of Algeria, Bengal, Senegal, Greater Portugal, and Colombia are going to be fighting with us. We have 1 million in our manpower. Research-wise, we're currently getting nuke reactors soon. We're just getting our rubber plants up as well. Trade-wise, we're in a huge surplus. Construction, we have 211 civilian factories, so I'm going to try and convert some of these to military. We've also got 287 factories, and we have more divisions slowly but surely coming on the way, and our logistics just looks absolutely fantastic. Most of Europe is under the control of the fascist allies, along with the North American Association taking France, a united North America. Down in South America, it's quite crazy. There are 4 major players fighting for freedom: the Comintern, the Americas League, and obviously the Allied Forces and the Americans. Sadapak is still holding on. The United Chinese Front is throwing back the Japanese threat. The Tsardom of Bulgaria has managed to seize a lot of territory there in Greece. So we've moved all my divisions. We've also moved my air force, so we're going to be pushing through Romania. My front lines have been set all the way back here to the Ural mountain ranges, as we were able to take Soviet territory early on. We just got the RNG of, like, they seceded this northern bit, so it's going to make things slightly easier pushing into Archangel there. Okay, so what I want to do now is straight up join the British-Irish War. So for us to capitulate, well, why am I not? I guess I'm not there. Okay, right. So for the Allies to lose, myself, once I come in, the British Empire and Italy have to capitulate. 2.2 million Allied forces have died. 770k Brits. What's mostly due to it? Well, the Irish People's Union. Yeah, because Ireland joined the Comintern, didn't they? So it's actually not overly that much conflict with the Soviets directly, and there's been 1 million lost there. Why? Who's been? Oh, Mexico, because it's joining this. Mexico and the States. So the Soviet Union. Whoa! So the Soviet Union has lost 1 million, but it's to the Estonians. Wow! Shout out to the Baltic boys. Okay, so let's straight up now call everyone in. Now we should be able to just. Are we in now? Once I do that, No, I'm going to have to click on the UK and specifically join. So I will join your war now, and we'll push as quickly as we can. Did I not click it? Yeah, I sent it. Yeah, there we go. And now everything is off and running. So in the north here, we're coming up against some early resistance. Okay. Winning in a couple of key areas. So it looks like the fall of Leningrad, we've managed to take Leningrad, which is fantastic. And they're already just trying to hold and redistribute their border. So we aren't pushing that well into Estonia itself due to the Red Army pushing and swelling in there. And we're getting a lot of stuff here. So what do they want me to join? I don't know what this war is. But I'm just going to get rid of all that. And what I'll do is... No, not the Turkish one, this one. So I've called... So who... Right, so I'll call everyone in for this. Yeah, so come in. Now you're going to come in. Okay. That's what they were asking for. Estonia's actually been capitulated, which is interesting. Okay. They still have a hell of a lot of divisions, but we'll see how we go. So we've got some fighting going down further on the line here. We're winning well. We're pushing on the main line. It looks like we're pushing into Romania quite well. Just due to the size and sort of the logistical nightmare, it's going to be tough. I'm curious to see how our air force is operating over the top. So initially, we've actually won quite well. So we need to be quite pragmatic with my air force, and we need to encourage moving them up to the front line as we can. We might even need to start moving forces once we seize air bases and just try and throw as many men to the front as possible, because you forget how much of a crucial part the Air Force plays. So if we can take a couple of more of these, we can slowly move more guys up. Yeah, I don't know why they're calling to arms there. Okay, so overall, we've managed to gain some initial grounds within Poland itself, and it looks like we're going to be able to get rid of Romania. What is this? Oh, Romania's capitulated, which is fantastic, but what? They absolutely destroyed the Black Sea with landmines. That's crazy. But however, we're about to kill a massive amount of Soviets here that we've managed to surround in Romania. Allied-wise, the Allies always do seem to have the manpower, but not necessarily the high-quality equipment. But now that we've essentially united... Am I at war with I am too. I'm at war with the Turks here. Okay, that does complicate things. Yeah, because it's the Sada pack. That's what's come in. We need those winter clothing. We should have got them so long ago. Okay, so we've managed to win here down in Romania, which is huge. For Finland, we've probably destroyed 30 divisions in there. And that means in the south, we're probably going to have to reorganize our front line, and we've just overrun a massive amount. Okay, so we're pushing here towards the Crimea region. Things have slowed down here, and we haven't taken Archangel, even though it sits defiant. So have we, like, rocketed the war at least? 5% in favor of the aggressor. Soviet Union, still only not too high to capitulation. So if they... No, it's like... Who else hasn't come in? Yeah, so why haven't... I guess there are some... Yeah. They keep on going back and forth, or maybe they're just sort of leaving. Anyway, we need to reorganize our front lines, particularly in the south. But it looks like American forces, American Sherman medium tanks are starting to roll in into Leningrad to help with the Allied push. And as you can see, look at this! The United States is sending most of their medium Sherman tanks through Sweden. Wow, that's fascinating. Okay, we need to redo this though. As long as we're still pushing and taking the initiative, I won't have to redo the entire front line. In the center, we're not pushing that well. It's where we don't have air support. So, yeah, I might just reorganize this whole front. We've done okay in some of the northern points. But just as with Romania's capitulate, I might just have to redo and draw all this and move my air force up. Which, just because when you're controlling this many amount of forces, it's a little bit of a pain. So, we're going to start MS painting back again, boys. Let's destroy all this and redo it to my liking. Okay, welcome back. I finished drawing my front lines. I've reallocated my air force as well. And now we're getting air supremacy in Belarus and in the Ukraine. Well, it looks like we surrounded some more divisions here as well. But it looks like the Winter War will be won by the brave Finnish Winter Soldiers against the Red Menace. So we basically completed this side of the tech tree. Coastal forts. I don't know if we need that sort of stuff now, because I was being a little bit sort of cautious in my defense. Yeah, it doesn't really matter now. Is there something just to give us a general boost? Because we've basically done the tech tree. Maybe just go with repair, because we're going to want to repair the Soviet territory and all this Polish territory where we can. Okay. We must be getting some more divisions soon. Yeah, so let's drop these guys, because these guys are nearly completed. So they're going to be quite green. However, they are hot off the press. And let's get another additional, because we've got so many men operating. It's actually quite expensive to get new generals. And we'll send you guys to go like that way once they get there. I'm not going to wait for organization. Okay, so we're still struggling, as we have throughout this war, in the center here. I guess this is where they're sort of concentrating the most of their units. It does look like there's a lot of other communists fighting with them. And we'll get that winter clothing buff. Like, you focus on focusing on, like, the military, the naval, and this side of the tech tree. You forget that Road 56 the mod has, like, all these fantastic, special divisions, research, and additional modifications as well. That I really should be getting those minor buffs where I can. Okay, so it looks like in the south, Thailand's capitulated. Okay, just because we've killed so many in Romania and capitulating them, they are incredibly weak down here, and it seems to be that there are some tiles that are not occupied. But we're hammering through our manpower. Panama joins the American Association. It's because we got those divisions, we might need to ease things up a bit. Oh, but now this is what I want to do. So you need to keep an eye on this as quick as you can. So if I can get rid of this army, God knows which pink one it is. I don't think it was that one. Damn. So basically I want this army to make a front line. Why can't I draw a front line there? Anyway, I basically want this entire army to push towards the Crimea here. Oh, it's this, like, huge gubbins there. Wow, we're about to surround a hell of a lot here as well. Now it's starting to switch. Nope, that's not it. It still hasn't switched. 14%. What are the Soviets at? 29. 2 million of loss. 850k for the Swedes. Get in. But how many have we lost now? Oh, 1.6 million. So it is quite costly pushing in. But it seems to be working for now. Ah, and these were these divisions that were held up there when I was trying to quickly move some units to Crimea, because if we can seize the Caucasus, that will smash their oil reserves. So we want to focus on this. And already, just by looking at this unit has a lot of light tanks in it, which is perfect. So we just need to hammer down to the Caucasus where we can. Okay, we're still pushing there. We're actually struggling quite in the north here. We might have to actually slow things down, because we're just losing up in the north. Our divisions are getting hammered. So I'm going to halt in the north for now. And that should be everyone on that top line. Because if we can try and hold... Yeah, we might have to stop those new divisions coming, because it's just smashed my manpower. I knew it would go through a lot. Like, it's not like we really need more divisions. We need more manpower than anything. Okay, I thought that would have given us 1 million back. Nothing as crazy as this. Okay, but now we're doing incredibly well down in the south. I think this is where we're going to have to capitulate them. We might have to sort of stop and hold, because they are concentrating a lot trying to defend Moscow. Ace pilot who dare wins. And now that's shifting a bit, so let's reallocate this air force a bit as well, because we've got no guys operating up in the north. How many more air wings can we get? Hardly any. Okay, let's try and readjust and reassess the final push against the Union. Okay, so I've essentially stopped the push in this area and in the north, just to allow our manpower to get back up a bit. Okay, we're still hammering and pushing here. If we could, like, just cut across that way. That's what I want you to do, then we can take everything south. They're starting to push units down here now, which is interesting. We could somehow get a unit to Sevastopol. Yeah, they've cut us off there. My manpower is going to shit. Alright, what are they at to capitulating now? 40. Okay, so our initial push there was working well, and then they've swung everyone down south. So we're going to have to ease up on here a little bit as well. But so far, within 6 months, we have managed to gain a lot of good territory here. But my manpower is going to shit, so we're going to have to hold things up a bit. Okay, so we've got 1,000 planes here. Would that shift the balance in the north? It might do. Because we're still not winning aerially in some points. Yeah, but then we lose this supremacy here. It's a little bit back and forth. Okay. We just need to hold where we can now. Unfortunately, these guys have been surrounded here. Lucky there's a port. Oh no, there's not a port there. What is that then? Oh shit, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to save these boys here. Man, they must have built some decent infrastructure down here, because they have massively cut us off here. Oh shit. Oh, well, they're gone. Whoops, that was probably one of the big surrounds that we've had. You can't like push down to the south there and try and escape that way. That'd be hilarious if they could pull that off, but I just think they don't have the supply now. And the Soviets already see us trying to do it. They're starting to try and retake their territory there. We might need to fall some more guys down here. Whoa, what? I wasn't even looking at this war. The Treaty of Trebizond. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna have to check a save. Was I even fighting in this war? Who's gone and done that? Honduras, that doesn't make sense. El Salvador as well. Turkey, Iraq, Iran, Colombia, and Thailand have capitulated. I guess, like, maybe the Syrians or the, like, British were focusing on Turkey. I wasn't even looking. I was too busy preoccupied with my war. Okay. Well, I've got a couple of options here. I would love to give it to who I knew, but we might just have to puppet them all and bring them into our side and they can push to the south. Because I would puppet them to, like, the British, but it doesn't really work like that. Unfortunately. Oh. Hopefully this might... Yeah, it's going up in twos because we didn't commit anything. That's crack up. So what I'm hoping that this will do now is essentially make another front. So I'll just puppet Turkey to bring them in on our side, along with Iran and Iraq, Colombia and Thailand. I don't even know what's going on down here. I guess I could just give that to the British. I guess maybe they were fighting there because Thailand capitulated, didn't they? Then Colombia, so maybe I should just give it to the Brits. To be honest. Whoa, it's actually a lot. Alright, I'm gonna have to pass then. Pass. Maybe it's the rubber? Why is it 984? You love this? Me breaking my mouse? Because because I'm using a player-led peace conference. And it gives me all the war score and the action, so... Oh god, can I do it now? Because it lies sometimes. Do I really have to get to it out back? I'm gonna get carpal tunnel. My fucking finger's about to bust off. Alright, there you go, Brits. Take Thailand. And shut the hell up. Okay. So that peace conference is calculating. It's taking a little bit of time as well. There we go. Okay. So then what I'll do is those new puppets, I want to call them in. Yeah, because technically these guys... Okay, so what was actually going on? Ah, okay, so it looks like, from what we can see now, Italian and British forces. So it looks like the Italians and Brits were focusing on them and not the Soviet Union. Oh, wow. That must be it then. Because the Middle East has fallen to them. That's crazy. So, in this war... Yeah, Italy's in. And with the Brits as well. Alright, let's chuck a save. Italy wants to send me 27 divisions. I don't have the manpower, mate. Although I'd love to be in charge. But, like, can you, like, push in the north, please? Oh, those units have nearly made it, I think. Yeah. That's super funny. Okay, so we are getting pushed in some areas. And we're holding in others. Oh! Have these motorized escaped? No! I thought they might have. So now it looks like the British and Italian forces are going to be able to hit the Soviet Union from the Caucasus there. How have we been surrounded there? It's because I'm not pushing. What it's turning out now is because we're out of manpower. What can I go for? What are we on? Service by requirements. All adult serve. And then scraping the barrels the next one. I guess we'll just go straight for all adult serve. And even though I didn't think I needed that manpower and monthly population buff, we might actually need it. And that should change things. So it's 26th of October 1943. We're at a bit of a stalemate with this war because we can't proactively push. So we'll try and hold where we can, continue with our air force, and just try and not get surrounded where we can. Oh, but even this, they've reallocated their forces, so maybe we should push on some certain areas. Like what? Unless they're baiting me. No, there's no one there. They're reallocating south because of this push that's going to happen there. Okay. So it looks like I might be able to push in some areas then, and not in others. So maybe we should put a charge on. There's a lot of guys there. We'll see how we go. They're currently 39% towards capitulation. They were 40 or so before. Alrightio then, guys. Crikey, welcome back. So, skipped a little bit ahead. It's the 1st of September now, 1944. My god, this war with the Soviets is taking so much longer than what I anticipated. It's nearly 1945. It rarely ever goes that long in my Hoi games. So, we managed to get some minor territorial gains, allowing the AI to take the initiative and sort of push where we can while we got back our manpower. We're at 1.8 now. We've also gone through scraping the battle. Scraping the barrel. And this should be the last push here against the Soviets. So, we basically had to wait, convalesce for our units to get up. New Persia managed to take some territory down here. As you can see, there were a lot of allied forces, Italian, British, and Indian pushing. The United States was able to push some units up here. They were fighting alongside us for quite some time. That's why like Estonia's back instead of being called for myself. Up in the north, as you can see, the British managed to navally invade along with the Dutch, which is hilarious. What's that calculating? Oh, China and Japan. We must be close. What's going on here? Why is it clicking that? We must be close for taking the city of Moscow itself. And we have. Finnish troops have stormed the White City. Now, I really wanted to show you guys a couple things here. We might... No, we're still 362 days off getting nukes, which is still quite some time. But this war has been absolutely mental. So as you can see, we have between 15 to 20 million fielded. They've got 4 to 6. The Brits have lost 1.2. But this is what I want to show you guys. We have lost 2.8 million men. Mostly made up of French, German, and Scandinavian recruits. And they're still holding out the Soviet Union. But yeah, we lost 2.8 million courtesy to them. We've traded back, killing 1.9 million of theirs. And they've lost 3.5 million now. And we're coming off against the last one. But basically, what, for like 6, easily 8 months, I had to sit back and just get our manpower up. Slowly but surely surrounding and trying to encircle stuff. You guys saw like the initial fight of the war. It was very much the same thing. But come on, this last hurrah, it's going to go to 1945, I guarantee it. So we're pushing here now. What's still holding out? We've got Archangel. I reckon like over in the far east. Yeah, they still have Vladivostok. So we might need to go and take that. I would kind of wish nationalist China would come out and help us over here. But what even they? Are they fascist or what are they? Why haven't they been invited to the Allies? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so what are we getting to now? What are they at? They must be about to capitulate. Surely 90 now. There must be some last lingering territories. We're in like modern day Kazakhstan. Uralisk. But you got to give it to the Soviets. They've given us a hell of a fight. We started off with 300 divisions at the start of the episode, 4,000 battalions. Now we're at 263 to 3.8. Those winter clothing tier 3 are finally coming through. And we might get some minor soft attack buffs as well. Still rising. It's probably going to break 3 million lost. It just takes so much to go after the Union. Especially, like, I like to try and wrap my games up by about 1942. Because the longer it goes, the further they cement, the better quality tech they get. Like a couple of people changing their Lend-Lease status with us. What are we at now? 350 factories. They're starting to claw back in some aspects, but we've pushed them to the Urals here, and we've just surrounded and killed so many of them now. We're probably going to do the same there. The Italians want to send me 39 divisions. Look, as much as I respect that... whoa, I just clicked on everything nearly. To push there. I guess it's kind of low-key working though. Some Dutch forces are helping us out here. The British are still mostly in the north. It looks like... oh, they've reallocated... I was going to say, like, where were the forces helping us out? Looks like the Turkish have gone back to defend their core. Oh no, they're still hanging out here, some of them. They're mostly defending these back territories, which is interesting. But a lot of them are really trying to focus on Afghanistan here. That we're fighting up here. Thankfully, I kind of low-key thank the British and the Italians for taking the Turkish Empire. Because that, yeah, taking like Sadapak, because we were able to flip them and open up 3 massive points. That's what really changed the tide in the war. Because there was like, we started off incredibly well pushing. And that's it! The Treaty of Vladivostok. Oh my god, let's chuck a save. Holy crap. Soviet Union, Romania, Ireland, Brazil. Oh my god. We've got to decide the fate of all these people. Okay, as I'm using a player-led peace conference mod, I get to decide what's what. So, straight up, I'm going to do the right thing and take the entirety of the Soviet Union for Finland. I think it's quite natural. Whoa! Look at that. Romania will take that as well. Ireland will give it back to the true rulers of the Isle. Britain. As a mix of British, Scottish and Irish. I'm allowed to say that. Okay. What's the go with Afghanistan? We could, like, give it to Persia. I'll pop it. But to be fair, maybe give it to the Mughals, actually. No, we'll just pop it straight. We'll just pop it up. Okay, Brazil. No. We could give it to, like, Colombia, who have been our, like, puppets for so long now. Let's just puppet Brazil. Okay, Peru, we'll puppet them as well. Mongolia, we'll puppet them. Cuba, puppeted. And I might just take Estonia for myself. Good. And we'll leave it at that. Peace conference calculating. The Treaty of Vladivostok has been signed. Whew. Just calculating now. Hey! 7th of November 1944. And this is the might of the Kingdom of Finland. Oh my god. Stretching from Scandinavia to southern France, all the way to the far east here now. And this is what the fascist allies occupy. Pretty much the known world. Look at that. Even though we betrayed the Germans, they weren't a part of this. I'm sure they'd be happy somewhat that fascism, allied fascism, rules the world. I wonder if I could, like, take over party leader, to be honest. Nearly doing that. But guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the episode here and potentially the series. We've hit episode 6, and as every single episode sort of past episode 5, just because the YouTube algorithm, views, comments, likes sort of start to dwindle, people get sick of it. So I'll put a pin in the campaign here. So, if you want to see more episodes, the best thing you guys can do is just show your support. Depending on how many views, likes, comments, and the general support on this series, I'll do more episodes. If not, we'll move on to something else. As I sort of get older and the longer I do YouTube, I do need to play the YouTube game. But if there's support, I'll do more. If not, we'll just move on to something else. Because about episode 5, people lose interest. They don't come back. They want to see something else. I fully respect that. That's just how it is on YouTube. So, I could go to war with the North American Association, pushing through Canada and Mexico, finishing off their scraps in South America, and also retaking back France. And what else does it leave? The Great East Asian Co-Prosperity Suite. Really? Oh, the New Zealanders are in the American Treaty. Yeah, because they were in the Axis, weren't they? They were Axis held Australia first, which is interesting. But if not, we've had a hell of a series with Finland. Maybe we can move on to something else like Brazil, Turkey, India. Maybe a faction I haven't played as just yet. Research-wise, here's the trade, construction, and production as well. But we have really made Finland great again, and we've expanded it far more than my wildest dreams when I started this series. So, thanks for watching this episode. Stay tuned for more content on Simpzy Turtle War. Peace. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.